work is especially valuable and unique because you have specialized in treating individuals with autoimmune diseases and Parkinson's disease. So tell us more about that.
Okay, so in Ayurveda, categorize autoimmune disease as stemming from the imbalance of body's self-regulatory mechanism. So there is an immune system that is there to protect us. Okay, now when it gets imbalanced, mostly in the hyper form, the body's cell defense becomes weak and start to affect us. Our own cells are attacking us, so that's an autoimmune condition in general. Now when there is a ama, which is known as a toxins in the body, I'll quickly go with that. Okay, so there is a concept of ama which produces the toxin, and that's how it creates an autoimmune condition. So when we eat food in normal process, it is get digested, absorbed in the body, becomes into nutrients, and also it gets out from the stool and the urine. Now because of external factors or genetics or stress or anxiety or adverse weather, inappropriate diet, lifestyle, whatever food that we eat, not the everything get digested. One third is digested, one third is expelled out, and the other third, that one third, remains in the body. Now that food is undigested and unexpelled. So body does not know what to do with it. Now it starts to just stay there, and creates an a toxins. This, and what we known as an ama. Now again, it's a very big concept, we need more time, but so just for an understanding, when there is a poorly or poor agni is a fire that we need for digestion. So if that agni gets imbalanced, or when we eat food that does not get digested properly, which remains inside the body, that creates this ama, and that creates the toxins, and that's how it creates later into an autoimmune condition. So that's a very basic understanding for people to understand. Now it's a very complex subject, but we can always talk about that later on.
Okay, so what is your approach to treating these diseases?
Okay, so when we talk about autoimmune condition, we know that we need to provide an immunomodulation therapy. We need to diagnose the prakriti and vikruti. We need to understand that. We also need to understand the symptoms. So I generally approach patient from three perspective: is an immunomodulation, diagnosing prakriti vikruti, and give the medicine that also helps relieving the symptoms. So that's how. And again, these are the basic, and then we give medications, then we give the diet, lifestyle. So no caffeine, no meat, no dairy, no gluten. So anything that is inflammatory, there's an inflammation in the body in the autoimmune condition. So we stop everything. So we always also advise them to do meditation and yoga and pranayama. So it's a bunch of a whole protocol that I give to the patient, and that's how they recover.
You were saying something about inflammatory food. So is there, generally speaking, what is it? I guess it's kind of meat, smoking, alcohol, coffee, is it?
Meat, smoking, alcohol. See, mental health is also equally important to physical health. So physical health, when you eat that meat and alcohol and smoking, definitely inflammatory. Dairy is inflammatory because the cows and buffaloes, or from wherever we get the milk, these animals, these cattle are given injections, these hormones. So this all comes to us in our body, produces a lot of inflammation. At the same time, stress, anxiety, irregular diet, lifestyle, your genetics, everything plays part. So whenever somebody comes to me with autoimmune condition, the first thing I ask them to cut down on dairy completely, no wheat, so no gluten, no caffeine at all, no meat, mutton, beef. These all are heaty, so it produces a lot of inflammation. Then sleep by 9:30, wake up early, just like having a good diet, lifestyle. So definitely, cutting down all these things will help you recover faster.
Yes, that's a common knowledge, common logic.
Common, yes, this is a common practice. Like, it's a very individual approach.
Yeah, everybody knows that, but people in Europe and of course in Western world are very much used to eating meat, so it's kind of normal here. But I really think that should be abandoned.
Yeah, but I mean, then there are also other people who will always propagate the having meat, or having alcohol, or
Yes,
having
yeah,
smoking, or black tea in the morning. So there's a generalized knowledge everywhere. But I think we are individual. We have to follow. This is the science. This is the Vedic science. And whatever has been written 5,000 years back has not changed. In modern medical, sometimes the research, they keep on changing. They would say,
yeah.
oh, cholesterol is bad, and now they are saying cholesterol is good. This
Yes.
medication is bad, now they would say this medication is good. So the people would get confused whom to believe. Now Ayurveda has time tested approach, time tested scientific formulas, and they are unchanged. So I think there is something, and we should follow it.